Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. As today we're going to be making, a very controversial video, as the Oilers Twitter was absolutely stirred up last night, or throughout today I meant. It was absolute stirred up, and holy crap, my brain hurts. My brain hurts a lot reading through some of the Twitter stuff, getting, ready to make this video, because a lot of all this Twitter was absolutely disgusting. We're going to be talking about Jake Virtanen, of course, in today's video, if you guys don't know, and him signing a PTO and the absolute explosion on social media. Now, most likely, I'm probably going to get a lot of dislikes or likes, who the hell knows. Maybe a mix of both. There's going to be a lot of people that agree with me. There's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me. And there's probably going to be a lot of people in the comments that are going to say that he's not guilty. So just want to let you guys know, the people that are, thinking about saying that, you really don't need to. I already know. I already know that he was, charged with not guilty. I already know that. So you don't need to comment that down below. It's actually mind-boggling how people just don't think they don't know that he's not guilty. The amount of, every time I scroll through some kind of tweet that disagreed with the charge, and you see like 1, 2, 3 of not guilties, it's absolutely incredible. But also the sexism in the chat, the saying that, oh, we don't know the situation, but then we'll call the victim a slut and a liar. Just so many heinous crap. It really does not make any sense. I understand agreeing with the fact that he's not guilty, but just saying that the slut is, or the victim is a slut or a liar when you don't even know who that person is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. At the end of the day, it is horrible. So let's get into talking about this and get right into it, and talk about if Jake Virtanen is an alleged rapist. Let's get into it. So what's my thoughts on it? Now, first of all, sexual assault is not really reported to the cops very much. Actually, barely reported to the cops at all, mostly because ladies are afraid to go to the cops to report it, and they don't think anything's going to happen of it, because majority of the time, it needs to be that exact moment that you go to the cops right after it happens, just to report that, something happened, that you got raped or sexually assaulted. It's very hard to prove, especially in the justice system where they rely a lot on evidence. It's hard to get that evidence, especially if you don't really, do a lawsuit. If you do a lawsuit later on, a few months down the road, it's very hard to bring up the evidence to prove that he was guilty. That's the hard thing. It's all about hearsay, which a lot of the time hearsay is just going to make up, Jake Virtanen not guilty, or whoever was in that case not guilty. And it's just the end of the day. That's just the way that she goes. Now, what do I think about it? Do I think Jake Virtanen is a rapist? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to say that he is. I'm going to just say that he is an alleged rapist. I'm not really going to say that, yeah, do I believe that he's not guilty? I don't know. A lot of the things that I've seen from a lot of the articles kind of make me point that he was not, especially when his lawyer said this, which I also thought was pretty disgusting. On the second straight day of cross-examination, the lawyer representing Jake Virtanen in his jury trial for sexual assault suggested the complainant could have lied about having a yeast infection, or said she was menstruating if she didn't really want to have sex with the former Vancouver Canuck. She already said that, I thought saying no, I don't want to do this, and physically pushing off of me was enough. She replied, her voice was rising and full of emotion. What else could I say? So that right there kind of makes me believe that maybe he is. Maybe he is actually guilty in this case. There just wasn't a whole lot of evidence to point towards that. Now, could you just say that the lawyer was saying that? It could be the heat of the discussion, whatever it may be. But that really what kind of makes me lean towards the fact that he might be guilty. Now, yeah, we can't really change anything of what the justice system was already put into place, and I'm not going to really talk about if the justice system is right or wrong. Quite honestly, they do get a lot of things that are right or wrong. It's just pure and simple. We know that. We've seen a lot of things. Of course, people are saying O.J. Simpson. We have seen that a lot. But we honestly don't know at the end of the day. We weren't the judge and jury. We weren't in the situation. I'm just perceiving it on how I'm reading these articles. So you could disagree with me whatever way you want. But the way that I'm seeing people really get angry and just rip on people for saying the stuff that I'm saying basically is absolutely disgusting. Zach Lang, Oilers Nation guy, had paragraphs from people ripping on him, fat shaming him, calling him a neckbeard grease boy, tons of crap. And I gotta say that, cut it out. Seriously, guys, we're grown-ups. And instead of having an actual fucking argument where, hey, I disagree with your opinion and we have a good back and forth argument, you're just calling me a greasy fuck and fat shaming me. That's not the way she goes around here, all right? It's absolutely disgusting when I disagree with you. Instead of having a half decent argument, I'm just gonna fat shame you and call you a greasy bastard and all this other disgusting stuff. It's absolutely horrible. Like this lady posted that she disagreed with it, and this guy said he was not guilty and she was a known slut and liar. And they were telling us that we don't know anything about the situation. But yet this guy is calling her a slut and a liar and doesn't even know who the girl was. That to me is absolutely disgusting and absolutely horrendous to me. And I cannot believe that we're even, I'm even having to talk about this. Even this one guy, reason number 1000 why women shouldn't talk about sports. And then there was some guy that agreed. Are you shitting me? Like, we should be talking about women being involved more in the sport and not talking about, oh, this is the reason why women shouldn't talk about sports. Are you stupid, dude? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I've met a lot of chicks that talk hockey and know a lot about hockey. So what, you disagree with their opinion? You mostly disagree with other dudes, but you're not going to say, oh, this is reason 1000 why dudes shouldn't fucking watch hockey. You're stupid and idiotic, and that's extremely sexist as well. And you should get yourself checked out. And I've seen so many comments like that were just absolutely disgusting. And I even seen one where it was like, oh, we gave Zach Kassian a second chance. We should give Jake Virtanen a second chance. Zach Kassian was addicted to drugs, dude. It's totally different than what the Jake Virtanen situation is. We're talking about sexual assault and drug addiction. Two different things. Two massively different things. I think that it's just absolutely disgusting the way that hockey Twitter was reacting to it. In general, I just don't think Jake Virtanen's a good pickup for the team. It was a horrible PR thing for the Edmonton Oilers. So why waste our time trying to sign this guy to a PTO when most likely he's not going to have any effect on the main roster? This guy's not good at hockey. You could take a look at a lot of his stats. He was a bum the entire time with the Vancouver Canucks. He was a problem in the locker room, and not just that, he was a problem in the point production wise. He was just a horrible player, pure and simple. He's not a good player, and it really doesn't portray him very well as well. And I'm going to go over a few of the court documents here. I'm going to go over an article with the CBC, and this, of course, contains graphic information. I just want to let you guys know before we head into that as well. I should have let you guys know before we get into the video, but I'm going to read through majority of this article. In the sexual assault jury trial of former Vancouver Canuck Jake Virtanen, of course, big game Monday. This was a while ago. So is facing one count of sexual assault related to an alleged incident of a non-consensual sexual intercourse in his hotel room at Vancouver's West Inn Bayshore Hotel on September 26, 2017. He has maintained his innocence since the allegation came to light. Undergoing question by the Crown Counsel, testified she pulled away from Virtanen repeatedly as he attempted to touch, kiss, and undress her in his hotel room. She said explicitly told him more than once, seriously and genuinely did not want to have sex with him. Going through more of the things, I'll link the article down in the description below if you guys want to read a lot through it. There was a lot of times where she said, I don't want to do this, and Virtanen said it's okay, we don't have to, while continuing to go along with it, which is just absolutely disgusting. Of course, beforehand, they met at the Calgary Stampede, a little bit of a context beforehand. But yeah, basically they, of course, had intercourse and was allegedly assaulted this victim. And quite honestly, with that, that last little bit there of on the second straight day, and his lawyer suggesting that she could have just lied about having a yeast infection or menstruating is really making me lean towards that he's more of an alleged rapist than maybe not guilty. Of course, we really don't know at the end of the day. I wasn't there. I didn't see anything. I wasn't at the courts and reading all the documents. So honestly, at the end of the day, we don't really know. And a lot of people on Twitter, we all don't really know. It's disgusting the way that I was seeing how people were fat shaming, hating on people just for having a different opinion. I really don't believe we should be doing that as, we should be not more coming together, but I believe that we should not be just being such assholes to each other. So I hope you guys in the comment section below, and I challenge you guys, if you have a good argument for me on why Jake Virtanen is not guilty instead of just saying that he's not guilty, I'd like to hear it down below. Would really love to. But for now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and I cannot wait to read all the hate comments because that's my favorite part of the day. See you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.